Good afternoon, everyone. As many of you know, tonight is a full blue supermoon. So for that, I'd like to honor it with a few moon salutations. Moon salutations are meant to cool and soothe the body, as well as getting into the lower legs and hips. So find yourself in a nice, easy seat. Close down those eyes and start taking those slow, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Once again, breathe in slowly and slowly ease the breath out. Last time together, take a deep breath, the deepest breath that you've taken all day, and just let it on go. Gently bring those eyes to open. Bring the hands up and overhead with a big inhale, interlacing those fingers and pressing those palms away. Give your shoulders a nice big shrug up into the ears and then draw them down your back. Bending up and over to the right, keep your spine nice and tall as you pull that left arm across. Inhale it back through center and dive up and over to the left, keeping that shoulder spiraling open towards the sky. With an exhale, twist to your right, bringing that left hand on the outside of that right knee. Inhale to think length, and exhale to twist just a little bit further. On your next inhale, come back through center, lifting the arms, and exhale, twist to the left. Keeping that spine nice and tall, look where you want your twist to go. On your next inhale, bring those arms back through center, up and overhead, and bring the hands through heart. Rolling over those legs, we'll come into a tabletop position, stacking knees underneath hips and wrists underneath shoulders. Taking some cats and cows, go ahead and drop the belly, flip the tailbone up, look up. Tuck the tailbone around the spine, press those shoulder blades away. Inhale, come in through your cow, flipping that tailbone, looking high. And exhale, tucking everything in, pulling the belly button up. Inhale, come through your Bidalasana, your cow pose. And exhale, come through your Marjariyasana, your cat back. Take a few of these here now at your own pace, inhaling as you come down and out, and exhaling as you draw up and in. If you like to as well, you can add in some organic movement here, taking some barrel rolls, rocking back and forward, making spinal waves. Yogi choice. Finish out that last round and return to a neutral spine. We'll come through puppy pose, extending the arms out nice and long. Keep those hips over those knees as you melt your chest down to the ground. If it feels comfortable, you can even roll your head from side to side, massaging out that forehead. Gently press into your hands to rise. Walking them back towards your body, tuck those toes, and send the hips up and back into your first Adho Mukha Svanasana, your first downward facing dog. Take a minute or two here to find your foundation, bending into the knees and flipping the tailbone up. Wrap your shoulders in towards your ears and press into those fingertips. If it feels good here, you can even pedal out those legs, bending one knee and then the other. On your next inhale, come up high on your tiptoes, and exhale to sink the heels on down. Taking a walk to the top of your space, take as few or as many steps as you need, and land in your ragdoll forward fold. You can let the hands do what they do here, maybe even giving a rock from side to side with the body. Roll up through standing, vertebrae by vertebrae. Take your time and have your head be the last thing to lift. Rolling your shoulders at the top. Try both directions. Coming to the top of your mat if you're not already there, we'll start by warming up the hips and legs. Inhale to reach the arms overhead. Exhale, bring them to the small of your back. Imagine pulling the skin on your back down as you open up through the chest and lift the sternum high. Give a subtle press of the hips forward to open up the front of the hips. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, hinge from those hips, fold all the way on down. Plant the hands, step the left foot back in space. Inhaling as you lift the chest, bend generously into the right leg, come through low lunge. And exhale, shift the hips up and back, coming through pyramid pose. Inhale to come forward, low lunge. Exhale, straighten out that leg, pick up those toes, pyramid pose. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, shift back. Last time. Inhale, shift it on forward, finding that runner's pose. And step to the top to your forward fold. Step that right foot back in space and give a generous bend into that left knee. Inhale here, keeping the chest high, and find your pyramid pose on the exhale. Coming forward on that inhale, exhale to shift back. Twice more. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, shift it back. Inhale, bring it forward. And exhale, shift back. Coming back through your runner's lunge. This time, begin to walk the hands off the right side of your space and come through a wide leg forward fold. Letting your neck and head release. Rock the weight into your toes and let your upper body dangle for a few deep breaths. Let's start to add some movement here. Turning the toes out, start bending into one knee and then into the other. Taking this at your own pace in your own time, try to get deeper and deeper on each bend. Preparing ourselves for deeper hip opening, but take your time. This one doesn't have to look good, it just has to feel good. So make sure it feels good to you. Walk yourself back over towards your left foot, and then step to the top. Reverse that swan dive as you rise, lifting the hands with the head. Bring those hands through heart center. Come through our moon salutations, take a step to the middle of your mat, and then a quarter turn to the right. Finding our feet at hip distance, we'll inhale the arms up and overhead. Finding our grip, we'll dive up and over to the right, keeping both sides of our torso nice and long. Bring everything back through center, and dive up and over to the left. Come back through center, find a nice wide stance, taking goddess squat. We'll slide straight down, sinking the hips and bending the knees. Take some time to warm up your goddess here, finding some weeble wobbles, some sways. And then inhale up through the arms, find star pose. Finding triangle pose, turn the left toes out and the right toes at 90 degrees. Send the torso forward and down, keeping everything nice and long as you tick-tock the arms at 6 and 12 o'clock. Next, we'll find pyramid pose, framing the front foot and stepping the back foot in just a little so we can fold over that straight left leg. We'll come through another low lunge, sending the back foot behind and down, and inhaling as you reach the arms up overhead. It can be really tempting here to collapse into the hips, so really draw those inner thighs together to build a solid foundation, and then descend once you have that work done. Plant both hands on the inside of that foot. Coming now through Skandasana, you can continue to take your wide leg forward fold. You can bend into that leg a little deeper to find your side lunge. Slowly begin walking between the two sides, coming through Skandasana on the left, and then to Skandasana on the right. This is another one that doesn't have to look good, it just has to feel good. So really take your time with this. Skandasana can be pretty tricky. And again, of course, if there's any discomfort, you can come back to your wide leg forward fold and just continue to sway. We'll end in our Skandasana on the left, and then come into a low lunge facing the back of our mat, sending that right leg down and inhaling the arms up high. Frame that front foot, coming to pyramid now on this side. Step that right foot in and back and fold over that straight leg. I'm sure you can already tell how these are meant to mimic the cycles of the moon. So next is, you guessed it, triangle pose. Turn the left toes out and open up with that left arm into your triangle, lengthening your torso out of your hips. Leading with your fingertips, pull yourself up and find your goddess pose, sinking the hips straight down. Inhale to rise through star. Toe heel those feet together and find your grip. We'll bend up and over towards the right. Bring it all back through center and bend up and over towards the left. Come back through center and bring your hands through heart center. We'll take that just one more time, finding the breath to movement and going back the opposite way. So find your stance in the middle of your mat. Inhale to lift the arms overhead. Interlace those fingers. And exhale as you dive up and over to the right. Inhale through center. And dive up and over to the left. Inhale through center. Take those legs out nice and wide. And exhale as you sink it on down, goddess squat. Have the hands find the knees this time. And press that right knee away as you dip the right shoulder. Inhale back through center. Press the left knee away as you dip the left shoulder. Inhale back through center, rising through your star. Find your triangle pose on the right side, turning the right toes out left at 90 degrees. Shift it forward and down, opening up with the arms. Exhale as you come through pyramid pose, framing that front foot, stepping that back foot in, and folding over your straight leg. Inhale as you come through low lunge, rebend into the right leg, send the left leg down, inhaling to lift the arms high. Exhale, place both hands on the inside of that right foot, and find your Skandasana. Take one switch as we come between the two of these, shifting yourself to the left, and then to the right, and back again. Inhaling as you find low lunge now on that left side, sitting the right knee down and bringing the arms up and overhead. Exhale, find your pyramid, plant those hands, step the back foot in, and fold over. Turn those right toes out. Inhaling as you open up with that right arm for your triangle pose. Lead with those fingertips as you rise. And exhale to find your goddess squat. Sink it all the way on down. Have the hands find the knees. Press that right knee away as you dip the right shoulder. And then press that left knee away as you dip the left shoulder. Rise through your star, finding your grip, toe heel those feet to center, and dive to your left. Inhale back, and dive through your right. Inhale center, and bring those hands to heart. Next, bring yourself into a crouch and curl, bending into the legs, planting the hands, possibly lifting the ankles, but possibly keeping them flat. The point of this pose really is to tuck in, to tune in, and to feel your breath rolling up and down your spine. Go ahead and take a seat on your mat, sending those legs out long in front of you. Stepping over the left knee with the right leg, so it kind of comes across your body. We'll plant the right hand at the base of the spine, and inhale to reach the left arm high, hooking it on the outside of our right knee. As always, imagine lengthening on your inhales and deepening on your exhales. Begin to switch, unraveling everything, stepping the left leg over the right knee. Bringing the right arm high in the sky, hook that right elbow on the outside of that left leg. This stretch is not only a twist, but it's also an outer hip stretch. So make sure both your glutes are nice and planted so you can feel the opening along the outside of your hip. Come back through center, uncross the legs, and bring them bent into the chest. Walk yourself out from underneath yourself and grab onto your big toes with your peace fingers. We'll start walking the legs out, keeping our chest in contact with our thigh, and almost kind of pulling our chest forward or shifting forward onto our legs to keep our back nice and flat. Here, imagine leading with your chest and kind of pulling your chest towards those toes. And then once you're there, you can begin to relax, allowing your head and neck to round, and finding that breath. Slowly rise, releasing your grip on your toes, and scoot the hips closer to the heels, rolling that spine down onto the ground. Extend that right leg high into the sky and start rolling out that ankle, spreading and closing your toes with each roll. Roll it back the opposite way, continuing to spread and close the toes. And then end on a flexed foot, pulling those toes back towards your face, planting that right ankle on top of your left leg for a figure 4. You can slowly just press that leg away, or you can interlace your hands behind your left leg to pull your right ankle closer to your left shoulder. Release everything on down. Undo the legs and switch sides. Bringing that left leg up into the air, begin to open and close the toes and round the ankle one direction. And then the other direction. Ending on a flexed foot, put that left ankle on top of the right knee, and take a similar figure 4 to where you were before. Again, you can just press the foot away, or you can bring the hands behind the right leg to pull that left leg closer to you. Release the legs, taking the left ankle off the right knee. Taking the hands to a comfortable position, just let everything drop to the right, getting a subtle stretch along the lower back. Bring the legs back through center and switch sides, dropping everything to the left. Bringing everything through center, pull the knees into the chest and give yourself a squeeze. Start rolling out little circles on your back. Next, come through Happy Baby, grabbing onto the outsides of the feet, send the soles to the ceiling, and try to roll your tailbone down. Release your Happy Baby and extend the legs to the bottom of the mat, coming through your final Shavasana. Make sure you're not touching anything, taking up as much space as you need. Enjoy a few minutes here in total surrender. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you need. But this, my friends, is where I will leave you. Thank you for practicing with me, and I'll see you in the next video.